What's up, YouTube? It's Dale again. Just wanted to do another update on the Slacker bus. A lot's been happening since my last video, which was the beginning of November. Just to cover some things. At 2 days before Thanksgiving, my 91-year-old mother passed away and went to see the Lord. So it's been a rough last couple of months to have to spend, your first Christmas, your first Thanksgiving without somebody that you've loved dearly all your life. It's a hard thing to do, and making my way through that. And while that's not an excuse, that is some of the reason why I really haven't done a lot on the bus in the last couple of months. I will give you a quick tour and show you where I'm at, what I'm thinking, and what else I've got going on, because there is quite a bit on my plate at this present time. So let's get into it. Let me get the camera turned around and show you what's happening. I don't know if you can see it, but all the LED lights are functioning. I've got the light switch put in. There's one here in the front, and then there's one in the back on that wall, which has a dimmer, so I can actually brighten or dim the lights however I want it to be. And that's pretty much all that I've gotten done in the last month or so, and that in the large part is due to my friend Mike Fuhrer, which a lot of you guys follow, and that's how you found me. So the week after my mom passed, Mike called me up and said, "Hey, I'm coming to visit." And I'm like, Mike, you don't really have to do that. And Mike, being the person that he is, said, "I'm coming." And he did. And he did, and he wired up the converter, got all my plugs in. So I have, as long as I have shore power or my generator, I have power, which is, I'm plugged in here at the house right now. What are the plans for the Slacker bus? Here we go. I've been back and forth debating on whether to put in the dinette or put a couch back in, like some of you saw that was in here when we went to Colorado this summer. I've decided to go back with the couch, which will be in this area here, just back right about even with the window there. And then I'm going to use some kind of, and this is kind of the prop, that gives you the idea. There'll be a folding table here, which can be stowed out of the way when I'm traveling, or set up if I have friends over. With me, 90% of the time, probably I'll be by myself, so it won't get that much use. And then in the back, at some point, there's the toilet chair that I'll be using, and I'll either put up some kind of a curtain or whatever. Right now, you'll notice that the refrigerator's out of here, and that's, I'll get into in a minute. And then over here on this counter, I put this temporary counter in. And as a lot of you know, I bought a slab in New York State while I was up there that I'm planning to use as a countertop. I've been letting it dry, and I was going to try to let it dry some more. But I think after thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead, get it cut, and get it set in here. Because if I get this whole thing built out and then have to replace this, that's going to be a major job. So I'd rather do it now while I've got some room to do those things. and get that done. The other thing that I mentioned that I might do, or I kind of hinted that I was going to do something a little bit different in my last video, is I think what I'm going to do is this and this board I'm going to take out and put the darker side out, which you'll say, well, why would you do that? And as most of you know, this is a short roof bus. It's about 6 foot. I'm 5'8", so it's not a problem for me. But I think if I replace these two boards, if nothing else, it will give an illusion of height that's not there right now, with the ceiling coming all the way down to the bottom of the window, or the different colored board at the bottom of the window. It just makes it look even shorter than what it is. And I think by changing those two boards out, it'll at least give it that illusion of height in there. Like I say, there's not a lot going on right now other than that. That's what the plan is for the bus. Let's come out here and I'll kind of show you what's going on out here. I think in my last video, I pointed out the mess that I have. Well, if you're like me, the mess is still here. This is actually the slab that I'm talking about for using for the countertop. I don't know whether I'm going to sand it and polyurethane it, or possibly leave the rough texture and put some kind of a, what do you call it? That coating on it. But that's pretty much it. Like I say, there's all the other wood that I brought in. The good thing, once I got home, a lot of you knew I had that wind surface planer that was broken. Well, I called up, and because they sent me parts to fix it before, they said, well, Mr. Betts, we're just going to send you a new planer, which is supposedly the updated version. I haven't taken it out of the box because a lot of you know, because of the amount of work I had to do in New York, I bought a Harbor Freight planer. So technically right now I'm the proud owner of 2 planers. If I just clear up enough of the mess where I can kind of get to it, like I said, I've had a hard time getting motivated so far, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. Out here, just as a quick update, in this area, there's against the side of my house, there's obviously this patio. Sometime in the next month, I'm having a 16 by 10 storage shed delivered. It'll sit right here against the side of the house. It'll give me an opportunity to put a lot of my tools and toolboxes and things in the shed, which gives me a little bit more protection. While this is not a bad area, I've never had any problem with theft. The fact is that, somebody could probably walk up here at night and steal me blind. But that's the way it is. Also, another project I got going, I got half a dozen propane bottles sitting here I got to refill. Some of them are my brother's, some of them are mine. Told him I'd get that done. Right now you see this refrigerator, which is not working, but it is under warranty, and I just have to kind of call in and find out what I got to do to get it fixed. It was actually over here in the Slacker box truck, which will go inside here, and I'll kind of, there again, it's a mess too. And you can see if I come in here, here's the refrigerator out of the bus. It's in here temporarily. The reason being is that at the end of January, there is a tiny house festival that I'll be attending over on the west coast, over near St. Pete. I'm not sure of the exact address, but I'm going to try to get it ready to go to that festival. I will get everything cleaned up. I'm actually thinking about putting a for sale sign on the box truck while I'm there, just to see if there's any interest in somebody purchasing it. While I don't necessarily want to get rid of the box truck, if I sell it, then that would pretty much cover everything that I need to spend on the bus, because I will, hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, I'll be putting the bus in the shop. I've been putting that off for quite a while, and it's time I get it in the shop. It takes that whole scenario off my plate, gives me a chance to get some of the other things done. Like I say, with my mother passing, you know, I've been splitting time trying to get her place cleared up and straightened out. I do have 3 other brothers that are, you know, helping too, but it's a lot of stuff to go through, and it's a lot of emotion, and you know, we'll all get through it. I do, you know, have inherited a few furniture pieces, which if you look out here in the front, you'll see that's some of my old stuff waiting on the county to pick up. And so I'll be putting, you know, the pieces of furniture and the things that I've gotten from my mother's estate will be here at my house. Got to kind of get those squared away and keep moving. The other thing, let's see, tomorrow actually I'm gonna go try to help a new friend. I don't know if a lot of you know the Facebook group, the Schoolie Swarm. That's a group here that's pretty much in Florida, and you know, it's all over the United States, but the main meetup is always here in Florida. It has been for the last 5 years. And anyway, a lady that lives here in the same town that I do, you know, asked for some help with her solar and some other things. So I contacted her. You know, I told her, hey, I'm no expert, but I am a supervisor. So if you want me to come and see what you got going on, you know, I'd be glad to. And so I'll be doing that hopefully tomorrow. Then on Tuesday or Wednesday, obviously, again, the bus will go back into the or not back into the shop, but into the shop, and again, that's all off my plate. Then what's going to happen is, after I get her done, then this coming weekend, I'm also supposed to have a bus show up for the weekend. I did not know this, but apparently there's a Bigfoot conference at the Civic Center here in town, and this couple wants to go see it. They have a bus. They were looking for a place to park. I said, well, you know, you can come here for the weekend. You're 10 minutes away from where you want to go, and be glad to have you. So hopefully they'll be here. Then I guess the end of February will be the Schoolie Swarm. That's a 10-day event that's up near Melrose, Florida. I'll be going to that. I'm not sure at this point whether I'll be in the bus or the box truck or whatever. I don't, you know, if I sell the box truck, obviously I won't be in it. If the bus is in the shop still, which it shouldn't be, I'll be in it. So if I'm not in either one of those two, I'll take a tent, because that is a fun event. It's like a big, anybody that's been to an event like that knows that it's just a big, like, family reunion. It's a big party. Everybody has a great time. Everybody's respectful of one another. People that need help with projects get help with projects. It's just, there again, it's all about that community, the community of, you know, travelers. Fortunately for myself, you know, I'm not a full-timer. I do this part-time. So there's no real rush for me to get the bus done. And there again, I can't thank anybody that helped me. I've had the bus just over a year now, whether it was Mike or Dean or Will or Bob or Rita or Kelson J. I mean, the list just goes on and on of the people that have reached out and given me a hand. And that's one of the reasons that tomorrow I'll go help somebody else, and that's what we do. So anyway, I wish there was more to report, but I think that's about it. And I would say to any of you out there, just stay safe and have fun, and we'll catch you down the road somewhere. Bye now.